Controlling mind. Arjun compares the mind to the wind and wants to know as to how to control it so that it maintains balance. Krishna says that it's certainly difficult, but it can be achieved through the practice of Vairagya. The mind is evolved to judge inputs brought in by the senses into safe and unsafe, and uses memory while doing so. This ability helped us survive and prosper during evolution. The same ability of the mind can be used for internal judging, which is called awareness. We can feed our own thoughts and feelings back to the judging mind to improve the quality of judging. Similar feedback mechanisms are used to enhance machine learning as well as to stabilize electronic systems. Lord Krishna is hinting at developing this faculty through practice, as this does not come naturally. In terms of neuroscience, it's like building new neural networks. It's easier to understand Vairagya by understanding its polar opposite, Rag. Rag is broadly a chase for pleasures in the manifested world, like physical beauty, careers, and material possessions. As per the principle of polarity, every Rag ends in a Vairag, but our attention is always on Rag, and we tend to overlook Vairagya. Some philosophies like Stoicism advocates the use of death, which is the peak of Vairagya. It's called memento mori. That's constantly revisiting death. In this, they keep something as a reminder of death at a prominent location in the workplace or at home, so that they constantly revisit it. Indian philosophy refers to this as Samshan Vairagya. Krishna says that if you put Vairagya into practice, it will stabilize the mind at the center. These lockdown periods gave us glimpses of Vairagya moments. A small streak of Vairagya generated can help us to attain a balanced mind for peace and joy.